B
Tier
besties. We can still use a little work on that.
Yeah, it's a work in progress still. I don't know. It catches me off guard because I've just spoken.
Yeah.
So I feel like you should be coming back in.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a work in progress.
Well-
but welcome back. Today we're doing something a little bit controversial.
We're doing sports, or sport as you like to say.
Yeah, we're doing a sport tier list,
Mm-hmm.
and we know it's going to be controversial. So, we're here for it though.
Yeah.
Some of these obviously appeal to some people, but not to everybody.
Yeah.
So,
A lot of these don't appeal to me.
yeah. So, we'll see. Okay. I'm open-minded.
Yeah, I'll try to be open-minded too. We got 21 sports here today. Although, to be fair, we got track and field right here, which sort of includes 21 sports within itself.
Yeah.
All grouped into one category, so in a way we have 42 sports.
Yeah.
I guess we have 41 sports.
Yeah. We can do math.
Yeah,
Math tier list coming soon.
perhaps.
All right.
This is definitely our first recording of this.
Yes.
Yes.
We definitely didn't. One of us definitely didn't mess up all of the icons and have them look bad.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
So, do you want to begin?
Let's begin with
Darts.
darts. Yes, I was going to say archery, but that's not archery.
Darts sort of is just less cool archery, though.
It is. It really is.
And, you need to be skilled to do archery, and, darts, anyone can do.
Yeah,
but that's also not true, because I can't do darts. I'm bad at it.
But darts is like a fun bar game. Whereas if you pull out like a big bow in the bar, you're
That'd be
not
fun.
gonna...
You can do the life of the party.
People are going to just look at you weirdly.
I mean, that's true.
I feel like darts is darts is less cool. I think a lot of people could admit that, this guy with the little bow here is a lot cooler than,
Yeah.
throwing darts. Although when you throw the darts and you're, really good at darts,
Yeah.
it's really cool.
Mhm.
And it's not even that bad to watch. It's kind of fun seeing, where the dart's going to land.
It's really hype whenever there's a bullseye.
Yeah.
Regardless of, if you're just playing regular darts or some variation of it.
Yeah.
But, archery also has that. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm a little biased
Here,
because, I just don't like...
Let's put up archery, next to it, so we can
Yeah.
put them up against each other.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, C.
Yeah, I'd say C for darts as well.
I think it's good.
I don't have anything against it.
Yeah, it's
But
fun to watch, but
It's not that fun to watch, though.
no, it's not.
There's a reason why people aren't ready for the big game.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
watch.
no, we're not going to watch the Super Bowl. We're busy watching darts today.
Yeah, the darts tournament.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are some.
Archery, I'd say, is probably maybe B tier.
Yeah, I would say archery goes in B.
Yeah. It's still, not amazing.
Yeah, it has similar appeal as darts, but I do think it is cooler. But is it really more exciting? If anything, it might be less exciting
Yeah,
to watch.
honestly, maybe the top of C.
Sure.
I don't know.
But it's fun to do.
It is fun to do.
It's really fun to pull the bow back and it's satisfying in a way where darts aren't.
There's also, I don't know, a less dangerous version of, going to the shooting range or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is how our ancestors hunted,
Mm-hmm. And it's how some people who play archery hunt today. Probably
That's
not.
true.
But
Well, yeah. They hunt the bullseye.
Speaking of bull,
I don't get it.
bullseye,
bull,
bowling.
Bullseye. Oh,
Yeah.
that's boo. That's
Yes.
bad.
Woohoo.
That's bad.
Okay, we got bowling here.
Okay.
So the thing about bowling is that everyone can play, and even if you're not that good at bowling, you can throw in the little sidebars that make it so your ball
Like
bounces
with the
off.
bumpers up?
Yeah, the bumpers.
Okay,
on.
here's what I will say. With the bumpers up, I think bowling's a B tier game. But with the bumpers down, it's D. Because I'm bad at bowling, and it's just so not fun when you're bad at it.
But the thing is, I'm probably better at bowling than you.
Mm-hmm.
I can play with the bumpers down. You play with bumpers up.
Yeah.
Now we're on an even playing field.
Yeah. So we're saying with bumpers up.
I'm saying
Or
that
just any way you want to play bowling.
yeah, however you want to play bowling is okay.
Okay,
Unless it's you're in the pro leagues,
Yeah, then I would say B, because it is fun to play, and it's kind of exciting when people are going, too. You want a game... See, with a lot of these sports, I feel like it's 50-50 between playing and watching. Or maybe 70 playing, 30 watching or something.
Yeah.
Because, you want a game, I think, you want a sport that has an element of both that's enjoyable to be higher up. So archery is fun to play, and darts can be fun to play, but they're not good at,
Yeah.
they're not great for watching.
The thing about bowling.
Bowling, I think, has both.
Yeah. The other thing is that if you are like, it's like a great like middle school birthday party vibe, too. Which means that if you're not the one who's like presently bowling,
Yeah.
you just get a lot of time to talk with people. Like if you're playing baseball and you're just one of the random people on the field, you're not going to have time to talk with people. So you're not playing, but you're also not talking. You're not
right.
getting to know people.
Yeah, there is a social element to bowling that probably a lot of these don't have.
So like you said, it goes from D up to B. I'd say it's like A tier. So I'd be willing to do the top of B if you want, but
I guess I would say top of B.
mm,
I might be persuaded to
yeah,
change it later.
we could adjust these later. We
Yeah.
probably won't.
We've said that in almost every video at this point.
And every once in a while we change something.
Yeah, we'll go back at the
Yeah.
end in the outro.
Okay, next we've got skiing.
Ooh.
So we have different experiences with skiing.
Yeah, so I've done downhill skiing.
And I've done Nordic skiing.
Yeah, which is like cross country skiing.
Yeah.
I really enjoy skiing. I
The
think
thing
it's
is-
fun. I recently went skiing for the first time in like 6 years,
Ooh.
and
How was it?
it was fun. And I wasn't great at it, but I do think skiing is one of the sports where, like bowling, if you're not good at it and there are no bumpers, it just kind of sucks. Whereas skiing, if you're not good at it, you can just go on an easier level or like go on an easier slope, and it's still a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. I know that like in high school and stuff, I knew a lot of people who skied. And I think the only reason I didn't do like any skiing back then
Yeah.
was that like my family didn't ski, and so I didn't like learn to ski at a young age. Where a lot of like people sort of like that was part of like growing up.
Yeah, I think when I was 7 was the first time I went skiing
Yeah.
until like 15.
Mm-hmm.
So it is pretty enjoyable.
The thing about cross country skiing though is that it doesn't really feel. It feels sort of like walking with fancy equipment. But like
Yeah, no.
I like walking.
Yeah.
I don't know like if I'd like to watch it too well, but like.
Oh yeah, no, watching would be horrible.
Mhm.
So that's why it's not S.
Mhm.
But I would be tempted to say like B maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say B tier is sort of where I'd put it.
Yeah.
If you said that as like S or A, I'd be willing to move it up.
No,
but-
I think objectively it probably is. No, it's not A.
So I'd say below bowling. You probably say above bowling.
Yeah, but we can put it below.
Okay.
I understand. In terms of watching, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Like, the Olympics, like Winter Olympic stuff, can be fun at
Well,
the end.
that can be fun.
Like at the
Yeah.
end, but in like the middle, you don't know. Like, who cares if they're passing them now because they're just going to be passed by later.
Yeah.
It's kind of like watching running, which
We'll get to running.
We'll get to that too.
running. But
cycling.
for now, we got cycling. It's sort of like running, but with fancy equipment.
I just don't care about cycling.
I don't care about cycling too. So many people get like so like worked up about like the what's called the Tour de France or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and I just don't care.
Yeah, who
They're
wants to watch that? I mean, people definitely do, but I just think it's so boring. I talk about, like I said, skiing. Watching skiing was boring, and that's like, I don't know, like 20 times less long. Like the Tour de France is so long, and any cycling race in general, I feel like is super long because that's kind of the point.
The two things that cycling has going for it is that A, you get cool scenic environments. That's fun.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that. And B, although you don't get to stay at them for that long because you're like constantly moving.
Yeah,
like
and you're not really taking them in either.
Yeah.
If it's a sport.
And the other thing is that I had a really fun moment watching skiing. Like, it's always fun to see people getting crashes. Like, it's not like I know
What?
I feel bad. I feel
What?
bad, but like
That
that's the only exciting part of skiing.
That's kind of psychotic.
But like,
That's
there's nothing else interesting there.
We might need to get you checked into like a mental hospital or something. That's dark.
Not like
Your
ones where
favorite-
they get injured.
Your favorite part of skiing is when they get injured?
Oh, no, they don't get injured, but they just crash, and it's like, oh no.
Okay.
They have
yeah.
helmets on.
Yeah.
Where
but
are you
still,
from?
You can get in some pretty bad skiing and snowboarding
Okay,
crashes.
I take it back. The
No,
main
you
thing
said
is that,
it. It's on here now.
Shoot.
I-
Okay, the thing that I realized is that I'm thinking of a cross country moment but I said a running moment, a cycling moment. There's a moment in like some race I was watching where someone gets like tripped up and then like there just becomes a pile of people.
Okay, that's pretty fun.
Yeah. So, but like now that I think about,
I can admit,
like
but
cycling crashes. Yeah, that's gonna be more dangerous.
yeah,
than
it's like
a running
it's
crash.
like NASCAR.
We don't
crashes.
NASCAR here.
No, yeah,
But yeah, no, you are right there. I take back my bad take.
okay. Well, it's still
Still D tier.
yeah, and it's still gonna haunt you forever.
Yeah.
It's on the internet
It's
forever.
on the internet forever.
I'll play a clip of it now.
Like, it's always fun to see people getting crashes. Oh, no.
There
You're
we
just
go.
mocking me now. Well, we got boxing now.
Yeah, so for me, boxing is F.
Yeah.
I just think it's violent. I enjoy watching the technique and stuff, and I know that there's a lot of mental stuff that goes into it. But I wouldn't want to, like, in terms of doing it, 70% doing, 30% watching. I definitely would not want to do it, and I don't really like watching it that much. Especially, I don't know, because sometimes it gets long, and sometimes you just kind of like pace around. You go in for a couple of shots, and then you back out. Like a sport, like if they're punching the whole time and they're constantly like, doing that sort of thing, it'd be fun. But they're mostly just like, tangling, and then like the ref comes in and breaks them up.
I think that like it's just like people getting in pain and us watching them and being like, woo, who has some more like fortitude?
Yeah.
Like I can understand the appeal there, but I think like something like cross country or track or something where it is also a lot about like who can like, or like I guess cross country is probably the best example of like just running to your limit. You're not like trying to injure other people.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I would say F.
I'd agree with that.
It's probably a little controversial, and I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either. Just I don't see any reason to watch it, and especially no reason to play it.
Yeah, I would never turn on the TV and say, "Oh, I really want to watch boxing right now."
Have you heard of chess boxing though?
I have, kind of.
I watched a few clips of that, and like, I guess it could be kind of exciting.
Yeah.
Like going between chess and boxing.
But that's how you know boxing's not great, when you have to include a chess element into it.
Yeah.
To make it entertaining.
And it wasn't like, neither of the elements were interesting. It was just like cool seeing like, hey, these two people have slightly different skill sets.
Yeah,
so, I don't know.
and also wasn't the point also kind of like they fight and then they have to play chess after?
Yeah.
So it sort of is like they've hit each other.
Yeah.
How do they do afterwards?
Also, like, I don't know. It's not. It feels like it also ends like kind of uninterestingly. Like, oh, you did a punch to them that really hurt them. Okay, now it's over.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
Soccer or football in the
Football for all of our non-American fans, which I bet to you there aren't any. But if you ever stumble across this, football.
I do think that football is a better like I do like the names football and American football much more than soccer and football. Like I think they fit better. Like I wish in America we didn't call this soccer and the other
but
one
it'd
football.
be weird to live in America and call it American football. Like,
yeah, but we should call it something that doesn't have the word foot in it.
they kick in football.
No, not that much. We'll get to this later.
We'll get to football later.
Yeah,
But they,
But soccer though, it's fun to watch. You don't score that many points in it. It's usually like you have a game where it's like, oh, it was 2-3, in which each goal matters a lot.
Yeah, this is where I think we disagree though, because soccer is fun to play, kind of, but watching it for me is so boring. Like there are so many other sports I'd rather watch.
I honestly agree with that. I'm like, I say it's more exciting to watch than some of these.
Yeah.
Because like it is really exciting when the interesting thing happens, but usually it's not the interesting thing happening.
Yeah.
And like it feels bad because like you made one mistake, they scored a goal.
Yeah.
And that's like the matter of the game. And then suddenly, oh, it's a tie game, which will happen a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And then like it's like, oh, we're gonna do penalty kicks at the end. That's why are you ending a sport like that?
Yeah.
You should go into like sudden death mode.
Well, not every game ends like that.
A lot of them do though.
But a lot of them, like I think that's just like for tournaments and stuff, because a lot of them otherwise they can end in like 0-0.
Yeah, but that's not good either.
No, that's horrible. Yeah, it's actually better, in my opinion. It's better to do the penalty kicks.
I think they should do
Then a lot of
mode.
the games end tied. Like any game that ends tied isn't great. But yeah, I'm glad we agree on this.
Again, though,
I
think it's C tier.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna
Like
say
top of C, better than those.
I was worried you were gonna say B. In which case,
I think it's like between B and C. So I'll put it top of C.
I couldn't put it that high.
I do think soccer though, the one thing that actually makes me want to put in B, is that it has large appeal. It's really easy to do.
Yeah.
Like you just need a soccer ball, and then you need like some way to designate where the goals are, and then like it's really easy to play.
Yeah, it's
accessible.
It's an easy setup. You just need a ball.
Yeah.
And like poles.
So like I respect soccer,
Yeah.
but like,
I respect you, soccer. I just think you're boring.
okay, tennis. We're gonna get some flack for that one. Tennis.
We definitely are. Tennis. I've never actually played tennis, but I've always wanted to.
I played tennis in middle school PE.
And was it fun?
I don't have the hand-eye coordination for it.
Hmm.
I might now, but back then I'd hit like.
You were just swinging it around.
Yeah.
Missing.
Mm-hmm. And that's no fun.
Yeah, but tennis, it just seems like of all of the sports on here, the one that I'd most want to play, that I haven't yet, would be tennis.
Mm-hmm. I am not a big tennis person. I'm not like a big anti-tennis person either. Like I don't like darts or like boxing actively. Tennis, I'm just like it's kind of there, and I sort of ignore it.
Really, you're at the stage of ignoring it.
It's just like
I feel like it's fun. I've never played it, but because I've never played it, I can't argue for it too hard. But it has to go above like cycling, right?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Okay.
But like I'd put it like maybe here or here.
I think the archery and the darts should go together because there's not much separating them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's below soccer, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'd much rather play tennis than soccer.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
But would you rather play baseball than soccer?
F for baseball.
So,
F.
Nicholas, here's one spot we're going to agree. It's an F tier. It's better than... No.
No, it is better than boxing, I think.
Here's the thing...
What are you going to say? No, go ahead.
Baseball, and I've heard people tell me this before, and I sort of agree. It's a fun sport to go watch with people.
That's what I was going to say, too.
Not because you're watching something fun. Yeah. It's just like a moment you can share together.
Yeah, it's more of a social gathering than actually like watching the game. Like if I went to a basketball or football game, I'm watching the game. Whereas in baseball, I'm getting like some nachos and like a chili corn dog.
Yeah.
And I'm just talking to people. It's more about the experience, which I do think there is something valuable in. If we're talking baseball, like if you're watching baseball on TV, it's like the furthest F you can go.
Yeah, sure.
But I think if you're attending these sports in person, I think baseball has to go above boxing.
Yeah, but the other thing, if we're attending these sports in person, I'd rather just go bowling with my friends than just like go watch
definitely.
We're waiting, because you could also get the nachos and the other snacks while you go bowling with friends.
And also playing baseball, which I've done maybe like a couple of times, doesn't seem that interesting either.
There was a middle school PE unit of
Your
baseball.
middle school PE.
Yeah, we had like everything.
This is
except for one thing, football, which we'll get to later.
Yeah, this is where your font of knowledge is coming from. See, kids stay in school.
Yeah.
That's the message.
Then you can make tier lists about sports later in life.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, hand-eye coordination again, I wasn't the best at it.
Yeah.
I honestly probably preferred it over tennis because like I feel it's like slightly easier to hit the ball. But also, when you're learning the game and people aren't that good at pitching, it also just like it kind of sucks because like they throw it and like half the time is the ball and it's just like you're sort of waiting there.
Yeah, I mean running to the bases is fun, but just standing around in like the outfield.
Yeah.
What fun is there in that? So yeah, baseball's F.
Yeah.
That one I think will probably get a lot of controversy too.
I think a lot of people
Although
don't
I
actually
think
like it that
I was
much.
gonna say I think baseball is more of a dying sport. Like in the '80s, people loved baseball. It was like it was like America's number one pastime. Whereas now I think that's moved on.
Yeah, I think there are still a lot of people who love baseball, so we will get flack for this one.
Yeah.
But I think there's also going to be a lot of people who agree.
Yeah. Like all of our tier lists.
Yeah. I mean, some of our points most people don't agree with.
No, that's true.
Yeah. Badminton?
Yeah, so this one I feel like you have more experience with.
Yeah.
Because you asked to include it on the list.
Yeah, so same experience in middle school PE, badminton with tennis. Except I was even worse at badminton because I think the sticks are slightly longer, and so I just could not.
And the
thing is
the racket, not the racket, but like the thing
the
you
birdie,
hit.
the birdie.
No, the thing the birdie hits. Like this circular thing,
Sure.
The circular thing on the badminton racket is smaller.
Sure. And so I was terrible at it. Like I was saying, like I'd only occasionally hit the ball in tennis. Badminton, I'd hit like 1 in 8 times. So. Like that is so like it just was not fun in the slightest. I've played badminton since then. I was sort of refusing to, but then I got some friends convinced me to do it this summer, and it was actually quite fun. I wouldn't want to play against people who knew what they were doing, but that's the case for all these sports.
Yeah.
But like once you can get the main technique down, like it is actually a lot of fun because you can sort of do like fun trick shots and like I don't know, I had a good time.
Yeah, see, badminton I have played in high school PE, but only like a couple times. But that's why I thought I wanted to play tennis because you know, similar type of thing, and I thought it was a lot of fun too.
I think the physics of badminton are also quite fun because like the birdie is sort of unique in how it like falls and rises, whereas like a tennis ball sort of just like travels like, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. I would say B.
I'd say B as well.
Because we've had experience playing it.
I'd say bottom of B.
Yeah. Although I do think I do want to say that I think if we gave tennis a shot, it would also move up.
Sure, perhaps.
Because I think badminton and tennis are very similar.
I might say right now, would you be down to move bowling into A? I know you're not as big of a bowling person, but I think so looking at this list right now, I think we can move it up.
Move bowling to A.
Mm-hmm. We don't have to.
Can we? Let's wait.
Let's wait.
I'll make a note on my computer about it.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we can wait to do it at the end. Because
Mm-hmm.
we'll have to see what else goes up there.
Yeah, we do have some good sorts coming up.
Yeah, right now it's a pretty badly weighted list.
Volleyball's next.
Mm-hmm.
I watched some volleyball this past fall.
Yeah.
And
in person or
in person.
Oh,
like there's a game, and so I went to the game.
Oh, nice.
And I gotta say, I was not expecting it, but it was like one of the most exciting things I've watched in a while.
Really?
Because you have like only like 4 people or so on the on like your side of the field, and when there's a ball coming over, you need to have like the perfect communication and know who's going for that. If I'm hitting it, you have to know what direction I'm hitting it in, such that you know like when to hit it, like where to position yourself. Like the communication that they must have like had to practice is like insane, and like it just like it was so invigorating, and like there's like some like really exciting back and forths. And I think it's just like the team aspect is much more exciting than like a team in badminton. Also, didn't require as much hand-eye coordination in like middle school, so I was actually decent at middle school. So I've had like a fun volleyball experiences as well.
I haven't really watched volleyball before, but playing it is pretty fun. I mean, you get like the tryhard people in PE who go crazy with volleyball. Yeah. And I'm not very good at it, but I do think it's fun. You know, it's constantly moving. You're constantly hitting the ball. You know, stuff like that.
So I'd say volleyball for A tier.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think it's a good sport. I was going to play it in the middle school, or at least I said I was going to play it in middle school, but there wasn't a men's volleyball team, so I didn't end up doing that.
Yeah. You know what? If volleyball is going to A, I think bowling should go above it even.
Above volleyball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'd rather go bowling, I think. Because there is that social element to it.
Yeah. What about golf, though? Mini golf is fun.
Yeah, but is this mini? Or are we saying
this is the regular golf?
This is regular golf. I'm going to say like F.
I think it's the worst one here yet.
Yeah. Well, there is the social element to it.
No, but like, is there really? Because you hit it and then you have to like...
You say, oh, Jim, that was a good putt.
That's so boring.
It is. It's a really boring.
It's like so pretentious, in my opinion. And like...
It is like an old person's sport.
Yeah.
Old person's pastime.
You get in like your golf cart and then you go to wherever your ball landed. Like,
it's like the retirement sport.
Yeah.
In like 50 years from now, we're going to be big golfers.
Hopefully not.
I just think it's one of the only sports that old people can do.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I guess, yeah, it is below boxing. Yeah.
I don't have much more to say about it. No. It has fun scenery, I guess. Like, hit over the trees.
Yeah, out in nature.
Wii Sports Golf can be pretty fun. It's not amazing.
Wii Sports Golf is the second worst on the Wii Sports game.
What's the worst one?
Boxing.
Boxing? Actually, I don't remember well enough to say.
There's tennis.
I don't know. Wii Sports Boxing is great.
There's tennis, baseball, bowling, golf, and boxing.
Yeah, and boxing's pretty good in Wii Sports.
I think bowling's better. Tennis is way better. Baseball is even fun.
I haven't played baseball recently.
Oh, it's fun.
The tennis is really fun.
Bum, bum. I'll play the music, but that was the Wii Sports music.
But you probably shouldn't play the music because like copyright.
We don't. Does that matter?
It might.
Okay. Then that'll have to suffice. This is Dylan's fault, by the way. If you don't know what I'm talking about.
Wii Sports Resort?
Here, you sing it.
Do 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 do. I don't know.
Da da. Da, 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 da. Okay, we're moving on.
Yeah, Wii Sports Resort, amazing game though. If we ever do like a Wii Sports games tier list,
that'd be fun.
Like that's gonna be up there.
That'd be fun. Okay.
So cross country.
Yeah. So this is yeah.
What I did in high school. I was a cross country person.
Yeah. He's one of those guys.
I was a sophomore year of high school. I was on varsity technically because we didn't have enough people, and so I was 7th. But then the rest of the years I was junior varsity. I was also like one of the co-leaders of I was like a co-president, I guess. What was the term? Like a co-captain.
Sure.
Of a senior year. So like.
So you're pretty committed to the whole cross country.
I quite like cross country.
Yeah.
The thing is, as like a team sport, it seems like it has such less drama than like all the other like sports in high school.
Yeah.
And like surprisingly, if you're a part of that team, it's so fun to watch because you go to the meet, like there's gonna be like men's varsity, men's JV, women's varsity, women's JV, maybe some other things too.
Yeah.
And like once you're done with yours, or like before yours even started, you're there to just cheer your teammates on, and because like you just went through that pain, it's like the camaraderie. That word is amazing.
Yeah.
I also shout out. I don't know if he'll be watching this, but shout out to my high school classmate Justin. He is the only person not on our team who would like consistently come watch our cross country meets. So like,
shout out Justin.
So
he could tell us if it's an interesting sport to watch.
Yeah.
Because I agree with a lot of the points that cross country seems like it'd be fun to do. But is it really that fun to watch?
I think that.
And how do you even watch cross country?
I would
Don't
not.
You like go into the hills? And
you
stuff?
have to like go to the meet.
Yeah.
And like once like the people you know cross by, you like have to run to another location.
That sounds horrible.
Like, I would not watch cross country if I didn't know the people who are running.
That's
but
true.
when you do know the people who are running, it's much more fun than like some other like. I've known people who play basketball or whatever, and like watch a basketball game. And
that's
much
fun though too.
Watching cross country, like being a part of the team.
I guess because
like, nothing beats that.
Oh, being a part of the team, yeah. I guess. I mean, I feel like you're leaning towards S.
I mean, the thing is, I'm gonna be so biased because this is like the sport
I would
play.
say not to rain on your parade, but I'd have to put it in A probably.
I'm fine with that.
But I would put it below volleyball.
I'm completely fine with that.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure you weren't gonna put like cross country in like D.
No,
I would have had problems then.
I think it's fun.
Yeah.
It definitely seems like it's fun to do because you're doing it the whole time.
Yeah.
But watching brings it down. Yeah, it's painful. But aren't all of these kind of?
Another fun fact about cross country though too, is that in practice a lot of the time, like there's like workout days and like easier run days, and on the easy run days, you sort of get to go on a run and just talk to people. We're like that's quite a lot
and it's
of fun.
easy. Or the easier run days like 5 miles. Or
Yeah, so they're not like easy necessarily.
They're easy for you people.
I mean, it depends on what ways you're like. We're doing 5Ks, so like a lot of our easy runs.
Okay.
We might not even
that's
done
an
5
easy
miles.
run. So
no, I mean 5K was like the race that we were doing. So I imagine some of the easy runs weren't quite 5 miles back then.
Gotcha.
Right now, like I'm just part of a running club in which, like we end up like 5 miles is our easy run days, but we're not training to do like a 3.1 miler. So.
Yeah. See, I ran a 5K. I ran a couple 5Ks last year, and I was like, "Ooh, that's so impressive." Then seeing these cross country people run like 10Ks and marathons.
I want to do a marathon sometime.
Yeah. You probably could.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we got football or American football for me.
Are you ready for some football? Yeah. That's a that's some sort of reference to something. I'll try to find it.
Yeah.
But if I can't, just take my word on that.
We already recorded some bits about football.
Yeah, this was our first one we did in the botched recording. I like football a lot.
And I don't like football a lot. So we had like a little like conflict there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's fun. I mean, you said you don't like it because you can get hurt playing it.
You get hurt playing it.
And also you thought that the only way you can throw the ball is backwards.
Okay, so in middle school PE, I'm going to go on this tangent again. You've already heard it. But
go for it.
We all had like a bunch of units. Where like we'd have like badminton, we'd have volleyball, we'd have baseball or whatever. And there's one day where we just didn't have a unit. So they're like, okay, just go play football. But they didn't tell us how to play football. And I didn't know. And so I just had to pick it up as we were going. And so at one point, I throw the football to one of my teammates. And they're like, nope, you can't do that. You passed it forward. You can only throw it sideways or backwards. I'm like, but I didn't know that. So I'm a little like,
yeah, so that's
hurt.
not a thing in football. You can throw it as far as you want, which it makes it. Yeah, football was like where you can't throw it forward at all. Then that would be less fun. But you can do that, man.
But
that was just your middle school.
the other thing about football, I don't know, like injuries are common, but like not as much as boxing or whatever.
Yeah,
And-
injuries, and also basketball, you get injured and stuff. You know.
But like throw the stats on screen
Oh,
for like basketball versus football injuries.
Yeah.
We already said that, but we have to say it
Yeah,
again.
throwing the stats on screen.
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like it is close, but yeah, what do you think football should be? Because I feel like we should try to find a balance between the two.
Like, I changed my opinion since our botched recording. I'd say D tier now. I imagine.
I would say A.
So
Personally.
I'm willing to put it like below, as long as it's below soccer. I'm happy.
What? No, I would not be happy with that. Soccer is so boring. Football, they're doing something all the time, and they score a lot. You know, you can get some big
They do
passes, some
score a
big
lot.
runs.
You are right. They do score.
They
a
do
lot.
score a lot.
Hmm.
The more scoring, the better the game.
Okay. How about this?
I don't know about that, but
How about this? We put in C tier, but above soccer.
yes,
Okay. I don't want to put in the B tier.
that's fine. It's just a matter of principle for me that it goes above soccer.
Okay. Basketball, on the other hand, you score a lot.
Yeah.
So-
if we're going by that logic, it is fun.
And you almost get to the downside that like no individual score matters because like, you know,
No individual score.
like if you score a basket, it doesn't really matter in the long scheme of things. Whereas
Yeah,
like
but
it's like
it's-
each moment is like less exciting.
But it's constantly exciting.
Yeah.
Like the reason soccer is so exciting while you score is because nothing else is happening the entire time. So sure, you get like the super high peaks, but they're only like that because everything else is so boring. Whereas basketball, I think, maintains a consistent standard of excellence the entire time.
And I love March Madness too. I always watch
Yeah, March
that.
Madness is fun. NBA playoffs, finals, watch all that stuff.
Like I don't watch a lot of sports, but I follow basketball during March
My
Madness.
main sports are basketball and football, which is why I like them so much. But for me, I think it's S.
Honestly, I do agree with that. I think basketball is the best out of all the like the mainstream like basketball, baseball, football,
Yeah.
soccer. Like I think it just like does a lot of this stuff right.
Yeah.
It's also like it's slightly higher. Like it's harder to do than soccer. Like on a whim, like you need some sort of hoop, but like
Yeah,
it's
like
still pretty accessible.
Like setting up.
Yeah, like it's a lot of like schools or places like that will have a basketball hoop.
Yeah.
So you just have to like get a ball, get some people.
Yeah, exactly. Like not even as a sport, just like playing it for fun. Like
Yeah.
you know, during recess and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that is a lot of fun.
And I also have a lot of great basketball memories because I used to play it in middle school and in elementary school. And
Your middle school PE class?
no, like I was actually on a basketball team.
No, I know, but did you?
We probably did it in middle school PE.
Your middle school PE class, man.
The thing is, I was on a team, like a club team for a while, and we were really good because we had really good defense. And there's a lot of us who were like
Wow.
sort of the nerdier types, sort of like we weren't like the most fit, but because we had good communication and stuff, like it worked out. So I don't know, I just have good basketball memories from that team.
Yeah, I don't know. I think basketball, it's great. I don't know. I don't see many problems with it.
Okay,
Yeah, that's it.
swimming.
Uh,
I gotta stick together with my swimming people because back in high school, cross country and swimming were like the sports that no one cared about, and so like we sort of had to like stick
you
together.
like, you guys like formed a little coalition of unloved sports.
That being said, swimming is like if you did running, but like you're below water now, and so you can't see you.
It's a good analogy, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It's not that fun to watch, but that's like cross country. It's not as fun to watch, but I would imagine doing it seems less fun too.
I mean, swimming like outside of the sport context is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
But
but like swimming super fast.
swimming super fast, like, I mean, it's just fun being in the water.
I don't know. I've never been good at swimming, so I think that's
Me neither,
part
especially.
of the factor.
It also like you have to be. I feel like very like the clothing. I don't like. You're just so vulnerable. Like, like
Yeah.
I'm not as big of a fan of that, but
Yeah.
I do think doing stuff with water makes it kind of exciting though. Like water polo, which isn't here, and like other water sports.
Yeah,
like
water's-
diving. Like I love diving.
Yeah. But diving, I would put above swimming.
Yeah, I would too. But
So,
given that it's the only water one here, I think
Yeah.
that like I do like water sports.
yeah, but I do think it is. It is just swimming, though, right?
Yeah.
We can't substitute it for all. So I would say it goes in B.
You're saying B?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say like B would be like I was saying B or C.
Oh.
But,
I was thinking, well, I just thought based on how you thought of it.
oh no,
Sometimes when I say my stuff, I'm just
yeah,
basing off of you. But if you want
yeah.
to, but for me, I would say D.
You'd say D.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a very big different
Yeah.
answer.
Sorry, sometimes when I
Yeah.
say, I've noticed that sometimes when I say my answers, I'm like trying to find a middle ground between us.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes it seems like we agree easier.
Mm-hmm.
But like if I'm just giving my thoughts on it, it would be D.
Sure. I'd say
I would
perhaps
say
somewhere
below,
in C then.
below soccer.
Below soccer.
Below
we could below
tennis.
tennis, maybe above the two. Like
Yeah, above the two archery
yeah,
type, the two target type things.
yeah. Now I got pool.
Pool. Not to be confused with where the swimmers go.
True. Poor choice in name. Poor choice in name.
Yeah, the name brings it down
Mhm.
a little bit.
Out of the two like table-based games here, we have pool and ping pong.
Oh, okay.
I do think pool is the inferior one.
Should we bring ping pong up?
Sure.
Because isn't it called? No, it's
Table
called
tennis.
table tennis. So
Yeah.
maybe it should have been with tennis.
Yeah.
But they're both table sports, so we'll just make
Yeah.
them together. Yeah, table tennis is definitely better.
It's more exciting.
Yeah.
Pool, I'm not that good at lining up my shots.
No.
But like when you get a fun chain reaction, like that can be quite fun.
Yeah, it's hard to be good at it though.
Mhm. And I don't know, like playing pool's all right, I guess, but like doesn't really feel like a sport. You know, it feels like almost like a board game almost.
Yeah, which isn't terrible.
Isn't terrible, but like I don't know, like as a sport, I wouldn't want to watch it really.
Yeah, it's not great. I've watched it like on YouTube before, just like people doing pool challenges or something.
Yeah.
But I've never watched like a tournament of it.
Chain reactions are fun.
Yeah, I
So
can't.
I'd say C tier for it probably
Yeah,
somewhere.
I agree.
Um,
But I would say below swimming.
sure, I'm fine with that.
But I would.
Below these as well.
I think so.
Sure. You know, it's controversial, but
Yeah.
I'm not a big pool person.
I don't know. Yeah.
We have large C tier, but I think it's fine.
Yeah.
There's a lot of C tier sports.
And then for table tennis.
We talked about this a little bit too in our
Ping
other
pong.
recording.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of fun. You get some fun like rallies.
Yeah.
It's a lot more accessible than like the larger versions of it, like badminton and tennis and
Mm-hmm.
volleyball and stuff.
Yeah. It's fun to watch, kind of, because
Mm-hmm.
stuff is constantly happening. But it's way more fun to play.
Yeah.
And I think that playing element, elevates it. I mean, I would personally say like A tier, probably.
I personally would say B tier. I don't think it's quite to the level of the A tier sports. Sometimes I play table tennis and I get tired really quickly and it feels really embarrassing. I'm
Well,
like, I've just been like standing in one spot and I'm already exhausted.
I don't know. I feel like for me, it's like on the level of cross country. I know you're a big cross country fan.
Yeah.
But
I recognize my bias there.
yeah, for me, it's more fun than skiing, I think.
Sure, I do willing to put it up there.
Yeah, bottom of A.
I'm more of a B tier person. Did you want to put below cross country?
Yeah, I think below is fine.
Yeah.
That's a good compromise. I like how it's the only one with a different colored background.
That's fine though.
Yeah, but I don't know. I enjoy playing table tennis.
Sure.
All right, now we're on to ice skating.
I've never done an ice game before.
Oh, yeah, this is one I've done that you haven't. This is like a rarity on this channel.
Yeah.
You see, ice skating is a lot of fun when you're going upright, but then when you fall, it hurts. And I don't go ice skating that often, so I get very sore every time I go, like right in like the shin and the calf area. So that's not fun. And falling sucks. It's kind of like when you fall, it's like you're walking around and you fall on ice. So it is kind of dangerous. But overall, I would say B.
Okay, I'll put it wherever you
Oh,
want.
am I
but
getting...
You get to control the
I
mouse.
have full discretion, too. Okay, I'll put it below skiing. Maybe I'll put it at the bottom, actually.
That sounds about accurate.
But it
to
is
me.
fun. And like when you're going, like if I didn't fall while ice skating, it would be like A or S, honestly, because it is really fun. Like you sort of feel like you're like gliding a little bit.
Yeah.
That's like a really fun experience. You should go ice skating.
I
I
should.
would recommend it.
Hmm.
All right.
Next, we got wrestling, which is slightly better boxing.
Slightly better.
Not
Emphasis on the
better.
slightly.
Like, I'd say it's still F tier, but like, you know, it can enjoy a spot right above boxing.
Yeah.
Um,
Right above boxing.
I don't know. It's aggressive hugging.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like you really. I guess I don't understand it, even as I understand boxing actually more than I understand wrestling. It just seems like you like try to grab the person's arm and like twist it around.
And like all the moves, like people get really into wrestling and like really wacky moves.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot of wrestling that isn't even like that real or whatever. Like I don't know, the wrestling world just seems like
WWE.
yeah.
Yeah, like that's televised or fake. It's like stage wrestling kind of.
And just like a lot of it just seems like way too over the top and weird.
Yeah, my brother did wrestling in high school.
Mhm.
I didn't. They weren't great. It wasn't great to watch either.
Mhm.
Like I wouldn't want to do it, and I definitely wouldn't want to watch it.
Mhm. Okay.
Yep.
That's
Now, this is
track and field.
track and field. A lot of different sports.
Well, let's put that
name-
image up larger
Yeah,
on screen.
I'll put the image up larger, but name a couple of them because I'm not as familiar as with track and field as you.
Okay, so you got the track sports, so like the 100 meter, the 400 meter, the 800 meter.
Okay, so various runnings.
You got those, but with hurdles. You got relays. You got also like on the field aspect of things. You got like the javelin, the discus,
Yeah.
the shot put.
Yeah.
There's high jump, triple jump, long jump. There's pole vaulting. I'm probably missing some, but those are like some of the large ones, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, just based on the number, I think it has to go above cross country, which I know you might not like, but I think it's running, but it's more entertaining because it's shorter. So you're like, you get your result quicker. Like I'll watch. Do they do cross country in the Olympics?
they do. I
Or,
mean,
like,
they do long
longer,
distance ones. So
Like
yeah.
how long usually?
I don't know.
Because I will watch at the Olympics. I'll watch like 400 meter. Is that one?
Yeah.
Like I'll watch that, but I wouldn't probably watch the cross country one. So already I think that makes it better, and the amount of options like javelin, discus, all of those I think puts it above cross country for me. And since we have cross country so high, I would argue for the A tier for track and field.
The reasons I liked cross country more in like high school was that it felt more casual. Like it felt like less competitive in that sense.
Yeah.
And more like team happiness, yay, whatever. And also it felt like it was like I prefer long distance. That being said, if we're just judging them as sports, like track and field, I feel has to go higher.
Yeah.
I mean, like there's variety there, which makes it sort of hard to place, but a lot of them are just pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, like throwing the shot put, like that sounds like a fun time. And like
Yeah.
it's so boring, just like throwing a ball, but like somehow it's cool.
I mean, yeah. What's
Yeah.
like what do you think is the least interesting or least entertaining of the track and field ones? Because track and field as a ranking, it's kind of like the the conglomeration of all of them. And really, I can't think of many. Like even the what's it called when they're you like go on the stick, you like jump over the
Pole vault?
Yeah, pole vault. Even pole
Yeah.
vaulting is super fun.
I will say, I think another thing I left out cross country versus track, environment wise, track you're just like on the track, which like is more boring than cross country.
Yeah.
When you're in interesting environments. So like in that aspect, like I feel like the longer distances in like I think 1500 meter is one of them. At that point, I'm like, I'd rather just do cross country.
Yeah.
That being said, so like that's probably my least favorite of all of them.
Sure.
But like a fun like relay, like 400 relay or whatever.
Pretty
like
fun. They
that's
pass-
cool.
they
And then you
pass
have to pass the baton.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of fun. I think track and field, if we're being honest, either top of A or S. I don't need to put it in S. I'm not that committed to it, but I think top of A is where I'd put it.
Yeah, I would put it in top of A too. Wait, did we put bowling top of A?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
So above bowling, below.
I think
bowling.
above bowling.
Like, yeah, I'd be down for that.
Because for a while we had bowling on top of B,
mm.
but then I guess we spread our A tier out.
So
now,
any changes we want to make? We only got one in D tier. Do you want to move like some of these into D tier, or do you think? I feel cycling.
no, I think cycling's worse than.
But like cycling's better than all these too. So I
Yeah.
think cycling sort of gets.
Cycling's in a great place.
Yeah.
But yeah, pool is better than cycling.
Mm.
Like I stand by that. I mean, it's close between moving track and field to S,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel happy with our list.
I like this list.
We
too.
have a lot of C, but we also have a lot of A. It's probably our most, it's probably like our, I don't know. Our Mario one was pretty bottom weighted too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We like sports. Honestly,
I'm not a huge sports person.
Yeah, I like sports. But because you don't like football and I don't really like soccer.
Yeah, that
we
brought
sort
stuff
of
down.
settled for a middle ground with a lot of these.
Yeah.
And I like tennis and you don't really like tennis.
Mm-hmm.
And you like swimming a little more.
So a lot of things sort of averaged out.
Yeah, a lot of things sort of averaged out, whereas one of us might like, one of them more. But yeah, I'm confident with what we have. I feel like we can put this out into the world.
Yeah.
So let us know what you guys think. What sports do you like? What sports do you dislike?
Yeah. You ready to do the outro?
Yeah, should we? All right.
Besties, tier
B.